So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a breakdown on how to make money in the sports card market in 2023 and 2024. Now, as you guys know, the market has not been the absolute strongest. Of course, it's had run-ups and there's a lot of ways to make money in the market in that sense. But today's video, I'm going to be going over some more tactics that I don't believe are going to be necessarily reliant on the market and how the market performs, but more so how you can just take advantage of sports cards and make money in the sports card market. In these tactics that I'm going to explain, and it's going to make a lot more sense a little bit later in the video. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into the video. So the first big tactic I have is connecting collectors to the sports cards they want. This is more of an old school tactic because the roots of the sports card industry was collecting sports cards. So there are a lot of cards that are multi-$1,000 cards that are not really investable cards. One example could be a Yao Ming 2006 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor. This card right here doesn't hold much investment value. It is not a card that people are going to buy because it's going to skyrocket in the future. The people who buy a card like this are going to be collectors. Whoever bought this card, I'm 99.5% sure. I'm going to leave that 0.5% because there could be someone out there who's like, I think Yao Ming cards are going to skyrocket due to this, and this. But this card right here, if you're going to invest in a Yao Ming card, you might go for a rookie card. But this is not a rookie card. It is just a simple 2006 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor in a PSA 9. And it is around a $2,000 card. At least on Golden Auctions, it sold for $2,000. Now, this is what I like to really specialize in, is cards that I know collectors are going to want. There is some collector out there who really wants this card, but if you take this card to a card show in the US, it is not going to sell, and if it sells, it's going to sell for a very low price to a flipper. And there is a lot of money to be made connecting, collectors to a card like that. Because in the market in the US, at shows, wherever you can source your deals, you can get a really good deal on that card because it is not a quote-unquote liquid card, because it is quote-unquote not a card that is going to sell fast in the US, at least. A lot of these sales are going to be international buyers. You look at some guys who are all-time greats who don't have a massive US market, but are well-liked, internationally. If you look at guys like Dwayne Wade, if you look at guys like Yao Ming, if you look at guys like Dirk Nowitzki, those are a couple guys who come to mind who I'm really like, wow, you can really find a lot of great deals in the US on their cards, but internationally on good marketplaces, they sell very well. There's a lot of very big Dwayne Wade card sales on, more international marketplaces, and there's a lot of collectors who collect Dwayne Wade cards. However, as I said before, the investment groups who go to shows, they're not going to hold much value on Dwayne Wade cards. They're not going to hold a premium. They're going to be more so illiquid cards in their mind. And so if you are able to really target specific niche markets instead of going after what everyone's going after, instead of right now going after all the common names, going after Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. In the basketball scene, you could say Luka Doncic, Trae Young, guys like that. If you really focus a little bit more niche, you can make a lot more money, at least from my experience. That has been the way it goes. Buying one of ones, buying more niche cards. For example, this Dwayne Wade flawless one of one flawless one of one logo man with an auto. This card is not going to be an incredibly liquid card at shows. You can get a really good deal on this card at shows. However, if you go to Golden, if you go to another international marketplace, if you go to specific Facebook groups, for example, if you're looking to sell a big Dwayne Wade card, instead of posting it on the main Facebook groups that are full of flippers, posting it to specific Dwayne Wade Collectors Club. So in this group, you have 1.3 thousand members who are specifically Dwayne Wade collectors. They're going to be some high-end Dwayne Wade collectors that if you post up a Dwayne Wade logo, man, you're going to have a good chance of getting a very strong number for that card. If you look at, for example, a Tracy McGrady, who has a great collector's base. If you look at, a Tracy McGrady basketball cards Facebook group, you're going to have a lot of collectors who just love T-Mac and are willing to buy his cards. If they want the card, they're going to pay what it's worth. They're not going to, nickel and dime you. If they want the card, if it's going to go well in their collection, they're not so worried about the money. Whereas right now, if you posted up a Tracy McGrady card, on a regular sports card Facebook group full of flippers, you're going to get a lot of lowball offers, a lot of guys trying to make a lot of money off of you, and it is overall not a very good scene. So in general, I think it's very strong to go after the collector's base. I know Justin Herbert has a big sports cards group that I'm in. Justin Herbert Rookie Cards is what it's called. It is with 2.7 thousand members, and there are so many people who will buy so many different Herbert cards that may not be even investable cards. For example, Prism Black, On-Card Auto, Auto 9. This is not really a card that is going to hold a lot of weight for investors. But for collectors, you can see in the comments that people are actually interested in this card because it is a collector's group. These are diehard Justin Herbert fans. They're not so worried about the money and getting the best deal they can get. If they like the card, they're going to buy it. And that, I think, is something that's really, really important when you're looking to sell your cards. If you can match your card to a collector who wants the card, you're going to do so much better in this market than selling it to flippers or card or dealers or, card shop owners who are just trying to make a buck off of you. It is hard to make money that way nowadays. It is a lot easier to sell those high-end, even if it's not high-end, but sell those cards to collectors. You can see so many different groups for Steph Curry collectors, for, even the more niche players. For example, like I showed you guys, Tracy McGrady, Dwayne Wade. You can find these collector groups and make a lot of money finding cards for these collectors. So that is something I've really been focusing on this year, and it's really taken me very far compared to the traditional method of buying and selling it to flippers, dealers, just investors. It is a lot tougher because they need to make their money too. When you sell it to a collector, they don't need to make their money. You can look at a 2012 Prism Gold Dwayne Wade selling for $16,000 in an international marketplace like Golden Auctions, whereas this card on a Facebook group at a show is not going to move close to that number. And so there's just a lot of opportunities. I know some of these sales might be a little bit older, but trust me, there is such a market for guys like this. If it doesn't even matter if the card market's gone down since 2022, if there's a collector who wants this card, he's going to pay that comp. And I've seen it so many times. I know it's easy to say, but it really is true that if a collector wants this card, they're going to just value it as a $16,000 card. They're not going to nickel and dime you, and that is where you can really make your money. Super collectors pay premium, so find them the cards that they want. It's really about being the middleman. Connecting buyers and sellers is a great way to make money in this market, and it does not depend on the performance of the market. Collectors don't really care about the performance of the market. Yes, of course it affects them. Of course the prices they see is going to affect them. But at the same time, a collector is not going to nickel and dime you and really pay so much attention to comps. And so that is really the theme of this video. I just want you guys to pretty much know that there's ways to make money in this market that are outside of the traditional ways, flipping cards to flippers and just making your little dime. It is a lot easier, and honestly, I'll be 100% honest, you can make 3 to 4x margin flipping to collectors compared to what you would get flipping to other flippers. Because if you're buying a card for 80% of comps, you can maybe sell it to another flipper for 85% of comps and make 5%. But if you're selling that to a collector, you can get 100% of comps and make 20%. So there's a lot more opportunities selling to collectors. I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you guys can take something from it and maybe make some money with some of the tactics that I've explained. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're new. We are on our way to 50,000 subscribers. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.